Okay, so we discussed that what is pollination, and here we are discussing agents of cross pollination. What are the agents helping for the process of cross pollination? It may be biotic factors or abiotic factors. Biotic factors means living organism. Okay, abiotic means non-living organism. So both biotic and abiotic organisms act as agents of cross pollination. So first we are discussing about anemophily. You have any idea what is anemophily? What is anemophily? Okay, is it a biotic or abiotic agent of cross pollination? Anemophily. Anemophily means wind pollination. Okay, wind pollination. So it is an abiotic factor. Wind is an abiotic factor. So wind pollination is known as anemophily. It is more common among abiotic pollinations. Wind pollinated flowers have the features like well exposed stamens producing light and non-sticky pollen grains for easy dispersal through the wind. Okay, clear it is? Anemophily means wind pollination is known as anemophily. It is more common among the abiotic pollination. Wind pollinated flowers have some features. They are well exposed stamens producing light and non-sticky pollen grains for easy dispersal through the wind. The stigma is feathery in nature to trap the airborne pollen grain. Stigma. So the features for both the stigma and the anther having features. Okay, stamens are light colored and non-sticky pollen grains, and here the stigma is the nature of the stigma is feathery in nature to trap the airborne pollen grain. Majority of the wind pollinated flowers have single ovule in the ovary, and numerous flowers are arranged into an inflorescence. Okay, so wind pollination is common in grasses. Clear? Again I am telling you, wind pollinated flowers have a single wind pollinated ovules having that means a single ovary and having numerous flowers that are arranged in the form of inflorescence. Okay. Then the example is grasses, and another example maize, mulberry, date palm, all are example for the anemophily. One more I am telling the features of anemophily. Non-essential words such as calyx, corolla, bracts and bracteoles are not showing. Flowers are devoid of scent and nectar. Okay, scent and nectar is not present. Both the stigma and anthers are exerted. Pollen grains are dry, very small strips, non-sticky and unwettable, so they can be easily carried by the wind to a long distance. And the stigma is hairy, feathery or branched to catch the wind-borne pollens. Clear it is? So these are the features of the anemophily. Anemophily, wind pollination. Next is hydro. Hydro means water. So the pollination which occurs with the help of the water, that is known as hydrophily. Water pollinated flowers having some common features. That are the flowers are inconspicuous, very small. Okay. Then odor, nectar and color is absent in flowers. Clear? Flowers are inconspicuous, very small. Odor, nectar and color is absent in flowers. Then flower wall is if present are coated with wax. Flowers whorls means calyx, corolla, like that. They are coated with the wax. Then the next feature is pollen grains are small, light-weighted and non-sticky, that also be coated with the wax. Stigma is unwettable but sticky. What are the features? Again I am repeating, what are the features of the hydrophily? The form of pollination which pollens are distributed by water, that is known as hydrophily. This hydrophily type of pollination is common among algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes and some angiosperms. Okay. Vallisneria and hydrilla are submerged. Vallisneria and hydrilla are submerged hydrophytes in which hydrophily is observed. Vallisneria and hydrilla. In sea grasses, female flowers are submerged in water to receive pollen grains for pollination inside water. Pollens are long, needle-like and are carried passively by water. So, in case of Vallisneria and Hydrilla, female flowers are submerged in water to receive the pollen grains. Then, example for a marine angiosperm, Zostria, which in Zostria, hydrophily is present. Okay. So pollen grains are protected by wetting by the presence of a mucilaginous covering. Mucilaginous covering means wax-like covering. Wax-like coverings are seen around the pollen grains. So what are the features of the hydrophily? Flowers are inconspicuous and small. Odor, nectar, color is absent in flowers. Flower whorls, if present, are coated with wax. Pollen grains are small, light-weighted, non-sticky and coated with wax. Stigma is unwettable but sticky. Stigma is unwettable but sticky. Okay. Then, this is a rare and nearly 30 genera of flowering plants are pollinated by water. Okay, so this is very rare. Only 30 genera of the plants are pollinated by water, of which majority of them belong to the monocotyledons. Monocotyledon means single cotyledons. Okay, water is essential for the transfer of gametes in algae, bryophytes and pteridophytes. That's why bryophytes and pteridophytes are particularly confined to certain regions only. Okay, we can't see everywhere the bryophytes and pteridophytes. They are living in the water area. Freshwater plants like Vallisneria and Hydrilla and marine seagrasses like Zostria are the examples of water pollination that we discussed. Most of the hydrophilous flowers produce mucilaginous covered pollen grains to avoid from wetting. Pollen grains are long, ribbon-like. Okay, pollen grains are long, ribbon-like or rod-like and are carried passively inside the water for pollination. Vallisneria produces long-stalked female flowers which reach the surface of water. The pollen grains released to the water surface are carried passively to the water surface, water content, and some of these reach to the female flowers and stigma resulting pollination. Clear? Vallisneria produces long-stalked female flowers which reach the surface of the water. The pollen grain released to the water and the surface are carried passively by the water currents, and some of these reach to the female flowers and stigma resulting pollination. I think you are having the picture of water pollination in Vallisneria. Next is endemophily. E-N-T-O, endemophily. Endemophily means the pollination through the insects, that is known as endemophily. The pollination through the insects, that is known as endemophily. The study of insects, that is entomology. Here we are discussing endemophily through the means insect pollination. Okay, so bees, flies, beetles, butterfly, moths, etc. are involved in endemophily. Insect pollinated flowers having some features. They are large, showy, attractively colored, scented and secrete nectar. All these features are for attracting the insects. Clear? So pollen grains are usually stick and spinous. Insects visit flowers to feed on nectar and pollens or to deposit eggs and to get shelter inside the flower. Some of the flowers do not secrete nectar but offer pollen to insect feed on it. Okay, the flowers pollinated by flies and beetles secrete foul odors to attract these animals. The visiting animal's body gets coated with the pollen grain, and the result, the pollination is taking place. Okay, so pollination means these animals make contact with the stigma of another flower on the another plant. Clear? That is insect pollination. Pollination through the insects, that is known as insect pollination or endemophily. So they are having some features. The features are insect pollinated flowers are fairly large, showy, attractive colored, scented and secrete nectar. Pollen grains are usually sticky and spinous. Insects visit flowers to feed on nectar and pollen or to deposit eggs and to get shelter inside the flower. Okay, some flowers do not secrete nectar but offer pollens to feed the insect to feed the pollens. The flowers pollinated by flies and beetles secrete foul odors to attract these animals. The visiting animal's body get coated with the pollen grains and result pollination. Okay, so the insected pollinated flowers are characterized by floral rewards. Floral rewards means the organism get benefit, that is known as floral rewards. The floral rewards like nectar, pollens, sometimes safe places are provided for egg laying and hatching are the same in the flower as floral rewards. Okay. Yucca and Amorphous are the examples of relationship shown by the moth and the plants. The moth deposit their egg in the locule of the ovary and flowers and also pollinate the flowers. Okay, so this moth deposit their egg in the locule of the ovary and the flowers pollination takes place with the help of this moth. Okay, among the animals, insects particularly bees are the dominant biotic pollinating agents. Bee pollinating flowers generally have bright colored. Bee pollinating flowers have they are brightly colored. Hummingbirds and sunbirds are the common pollinating birds and is known as ornithophily. Okay, so ornithophily means the process of pollination takes place through with the help of birds, that is known as ornithophily. Okay, sunflower, all you know sunflower. In pollination in sunflower takes place through honeybee. Okay, pollination in sunflower takes place through the honeybee. Clear it is. So what is ornithophily? Ornithophily means pollination takes place with the help of birds, that is known as ornithophily. Example, hummingbirds and sunbirds. Then these birds visit flowers to feed on nectar and to catch insects. Bird pollinated flowers are usually large and have tough floral parts to withstand an onslaught of the birds. Okay, so these flowers are often colored and pollens are sticky. So these pollens are attached to the beaks and the feathers of the birds. Clear? Next is chiropterophily. Chiropterophily means pollination by bats. Pollination by bats, that is known as chiropterophily. Next is malacophily. Malacophily means pollination by the snail, that is known as malacophily. Next one is myrmecophily. Myrmecophily means pollination by ant is known as myrmecophily. So first we discussed about anemophily through anemophily means wind. So we discussed different examples of gases like that. Next we discuss hydrophily through water, Vallisneria and Hydel example. Next we discuss endomophily through birds. Okay. Then the ornithophily, endomophily means insects, and ornithophily with the help of birds. For example for that group is Sterilitzia reginae. Sterilitzia reginae. Okay. Chiropterophily means with the help of bat. Okay, so bat pollinated flowers are dull colored, okay, with strong fermenting or fruity smell for attracting the bat. Example for this plant is Adansonia. Pollination by the snail, that is known as malacophily. Example for the group is Erythema. Then the myrmecophily means the pollination takes place with the help of ants, family Rubiaceae. Okay, if you have any doubt in this name of the group of the plants which the pollination takes place, just look in our SM. It have the all the name of the groups of the plants. Clear it is.